Good morning, Professor Yogesh Joshi, Dean International Relations, IIT Kanpur, Professor Shigeru Fujimura, Dean IPS-Waseda University, Professor Harutoshi Ogai, IPS-Waseda University, Professor Hiroaki Wagatsuma, Professor Darwin Caldwell, Professor Yusuke Maeda, and Professor Rajesh Ilara Mohan, and Professor Yasmin Ochkan, colleagues of IIT Kanpur and Waseda University, distinguished guests and students, on behalf of the SMSS laboratory, I welcome all of you to the International Symposium on Robotics in Industry, Agriculture and Healthcare, ISRIAH-2022, to be held in the virtual platform for today and tomorrow. Robotics encompasses an interdisciplinary investigation and design of autonomous systems for diverse fields of application. It involves fields of studies like engineering, design, computational and physical sciences, artificial intelligence, biology, and sociology. The nature of automation changes dramatically, both in quality as well as in quantity, depending on the type of applications. The all-pervasive of robots in our civilization implies the use of robots in industry, agriculture, transportation, surveillance, defense, and even deep inside the society as medical health care giver or as companion. These mind-boggling developments encourage us once in a while to look around and get ourselves soaked with the developments of various robots in the laboratories worldwide. The participation of Japan, Singapore, India, France, UK, Netherlands, and the USA will fulfill this drive over the next 2 days. To do this, we have to mitigate the challenge of integrating different time zones, and we are grateful to the eminent professors for their kind support to make it feasible. There is another objective of this symposium. The SMSS lab of IIT Kanpur is in close collaboration with the Ogai lab of IPS-Waseda University for the last 15 years, working in some very specific areas of pipe health monitoring robots and autonomous robots. The stark success of this collaboration encouraged us to build new collaborations with institutes like Kyushu Institute of Technology and Yokohama National University, and with individual collaborations with professors from UK and Netherlands. Through this symposium, when we present our works to our colleagues from different parts of the world, it might be possible to forge many more collaborations in near future. I remember every time I used to get down at the Russell Square Tube Station in London, there used to be a solemn announcement, "Mind the gap." This was 20 years before, and it was almost like a prophecy that today, among some of the yet unknown corners of discovery, the study of mind has taken center stage. With robots becoming our companion in every phase of human life, can we inspire the creation of robotic mind that can interact with the fellow human beings to co-create a better world, which will be the final goal, and we hope to receive important directions from our eminent professors during this symposium. With this, I once again welcome all of you to the ISRIAH-2022 and request Honorable Professor Harutoshi Ogai to welcome the participants. Thank you.
Okay. I'm Harutoshi Ogai from Waseda University. We are delighted to hold ISRIAH-2022. I would like to express my sincere gratitude towards the respective Dean of IITK and Waseda University, keynote lecturers, special talk lecturers, presenters, and attendees. Last month, I retired from Waseda University, Graduate School of Information, Production, and Systems. We'd like to express our sincere gratitude for holding this symposium at this time. During 19 years, I was involved in research on process control, such as steelmaking process control, automobile control, bridge diagnosis, bridge health diagnosis, lighting control, and robot control. I think the main technology in common with these were modeling and control system design technologies. We have been researching and developing square pipe inspection robot for the robot technology. That is one of the themes of this symposium. In the past, wired robots were used for inspection of square pipes, but we have researched wireless systems. We also developed a three-dimensional moving piping robot. Regarding our agriculture robots, we developed a robot that patrols the fruit garden and control its route. Control was performed using a camera and RTK GPS. However, this remained a problem in terms of stability. We hope that through this symposium, we'll be able to share current development in robot for industry, agriculture, and healthcare that and will be useful to the world. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Ogai. May I now request the Dean of Graduate School, IPS-Waseda University, Professor Shigeru Fujimura, to give his inaugural address. Professor Fujimura, please.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for your introduction for me. I'm Shigeru Fujimura, Dean of Graduate School of Information, Production and Systems, Waseda University. We call it IPS. On behalf of Waseda University, congratulations of opening of International Symposium on Robotics in Industry, Agriculture, and Healthcare 2022. It is indeed a great honor for me to have an opportunity to participate in this symposium. Firstly, I would like to tell you about the old relationship between IIT Kanpur and IPS. IIT Kanpur has a great long history. However, IPS was established as a new graduate school almost 20 years ago. IIT Kanpur and IPS have a good relationship for 15 years, about 15 years. We have continued a cooperative relationship in both research and education. In particular, Professor Bhattacharya, IIT Kanpur, has participated in the annual International Symposium for Information Production and Systems that is called ISIPS, held in IPS Japan every year. For the past 2 years, this symposium has been held remotely due to COVID-19 pandemic. But in the past, we have had an opportunity to exchange research with Professor Bhattacharya in Japan. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere respect and gratitude to him. Anyway, the main topic of this symposium the use of robotics in industry, agriculture, and healthcare is a very important research field in our efforts. To solve a recent aging problem and to realize a more comfortable life. To solve these problems, it is necessary to integrate various technologies such as information and communication technology, mechanical engineering technology, ergonomics, and welfare engineering technology. I believe that such discussions will create a good society in the future, in which we are able to lead a comfortable and affluent life. I hope that the discussions at this symposium will be useful for your future research. And I would like to conclude my remarks with this message. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Fujimura, for your very encouraging words. IIT Kanpur and IPS-Waseda University has a strong bonds for more than a decade, and we hope that this will prosper further. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. May I now request the Dean of International Relations, IIT Kanpur, and Professor of Chemical Engineering, Professor Yogesh M. Joshi, for his inaugural address. Professor Joshi, please.
Thank you, Professor Bhattacharya. Good afternoon to participants from Japan and good morning to participants from India. I'm Yogesh Joshi, the Dean of International Relations at IIT Kanpur. To begin with, let me extend a warm welcome to all the speakers and participants from the Indian Institute of Technology Kanpur as well as Waseda University. I'm very glad that Waseda University, Japan and IIT Kanpur are co-organizing International Symposium on Robotics in Industry, Agriculture and Healthcare. I do not have to emphasize importance of robotics to this audience. Robotics has already started influencing many spheres of our life, and in years to come, robotics is expected to have overwhelming influence on our lifestyle and functioning in every aspect. The three topics that are focused in this symposium, that is, role of robotics in industry, agriculture, and healthcare, touch the most important challenges that human beings are facing across the globe. Increasing productivity in the industrial sector as well as in agriculture is extremely important for sustenance of the present speed of life. In addition, last 2 years have shown us how, despite massive innovation and improvement in healthcare sector, the challenges are far from over. I'm sure the participants will have great interaction with each other in discussing new ideas and challenges in these topically important issues. Those who may not know, let me just give a brief background of IIT Kanpur. IIT Kanpur was established in 1959 and is one of the premium institutes of India. We have over 450 faculty and around 9,000 undergraduate and graduate students staying on our campus. We have all the conventional departments of science and engineering. In addition, we have recently established departments such as sustainable energy, cognitive science, astronomy and astrophysics, data science, etc. Very importantly, IIT Kanpur is coming up with a medical school to have enhanced collaboration between engineering sciences and healthcare sector. We at IIT Kanpur also give significant importance to the international relations activity. We have over 100 MOUs with various universities across the world and over 10 joint degree programs wherein PhD is simultaneously awarded by IIT Kanpur along with the partner university. Such collaborations involve few universities from Japan as well, and more specifically, the Waseda University. Let me take this opportunity to mention that we value our interactions with Waseda University very much. We also have two focused research centers of excellence, one with the Rice University on energy research and other with Latrobe University, Australia on various research activities associated with smart cities. The pandemic has indeed shown us that we don't have to meet in person to have such mutual interactions. And present online symposium is essentially an outcome of that. While saying this, we must also meet in person and exchange ideas. Now that pandemic is almost over, I hope that soon such conferences will also be held in person. And with that in mind, I extend my warm welcome to all my international friends to visit beautiful campus of IIT Kanpur sooner than later. Finally, I wish all the very best for the symposium and take your leave. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Joshi, for your inaugural address. It is very encouraging for the audience. And with this, our inaugural session will be over. Our first speaker is Professor Hiroaki Wagatsuma. And from 10:30 Indian Standard Time, 14 hours JST, the first talk will start. So we will request everybody to rejoin us at 10:25, 5 minutes before the talk of Professor Hiroaki Wagatsuma. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.